Hi friends, it's Deanna Williston with Our Blooming Catholic Life, and I have to say, if you can't see it, it is such a beautiful fall day. The sunlight dappling in the trees, like it's just a beautiful day. We have just finished looking at Psalm 37 on Monday, and so I'm kind of excited to look ahead in our talk. I don't know if you can hear, the kids are just getting off. I think this is the middle school bus, so there's a lot of chatter going on and all around me. It's a beautiful time of day when they get off and they're young and innocent and you can hear their laugh and all. Beautiful time. So let's begin, as you always do, with St. Francis's prayer before the crucifix. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Summe glorioso Deus, illumina tenebras cordis mehi, et da mihi fidem rectum, spem certum et caritatem perfectum. Domini ut faciam tuum sanctum, et verax mandatum. Amen. Okay, friends. So we were just finishing up the third penitential psalm, which is Psalm 37 in the Douay Reims. And it was a psalm for David for remembrance of the Sabbath. And it really sounded like it was this great day of recollection. He really went into his sin and the pain and sorrow and how it was just overwhelming him and how everybody turned against him. And then he realizes he can't hear them anymore. He's crying out to God, spending time with God, and that's gone from him now because he's hoping in God and he knows he's going to hear him. And he says he's ready for the scourges. His sorrow is continually before him. And even he's going to declare the iniquity and he's going to think on his sin. And even all his enemies are bigger than him, but whatever. He's going to trust and hope in the God. And so he cries out to him. This is a beautiful prayer to remember. It's Psalm 37, 22 to 23. And if your translation has it slightly numbered differently, maybe it's Psalm 38. These last two lines: forsake me not, O Lord my God, do not thou depart from me. Attend unto my help, O Lord, the God of my salvation. Either of them by themselves is a lovely prayer to use throughout your day. And together they're lovely. Forsake me not, O Lord my God, do not thou depart from me. Attend unto my help, O Lord, the God of my salvation. And we have been praying this for months, and hopefully we are transformed with King David. And I want to see what goes on until we get to the next penitential psalm. So let's see. Psalm 38 is, I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I will not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth when the sinner stood against me. I was dumb and humbled and kept silent from good things. My sorrow was renewed. This is a just man's peace and patience in his suffering, considered the vanity of the world and the providence of God. This is definitely a continuation. I think we all have favorite psalms and we love saying them by themselves, but really getting in and entering into them, really into the drama of them, really deepens their meaning. So I'm going to invite you to read. We're going to do an overview today first. Psalm 39. With expectation I waited for the Lord, and he was attentive to me. And he's talking about redemption here. Psalm 40. Blessed is he that understandeth concerning the needy and the poor. So here he was wallowing in his own sin and he turned to God, and God kind of gave him to turn to others and help them as well. Psalm 41. The fervent desire of the just after God, and hope in afflictions. Then we have 42, which is the prophet aspiring after the temple and the altar of God. Judge me, O God, and distinguish my cause from the nation that is not holy. Deliver me from the unjust and deceitful man. Beautiful. Psalm 43. What's that? He's looking back on former favors and present afflictions and praying again. 44 is the excellence of the kingdom and endowments that God gives us. Oh, here's the light coming out right now. Let's see here. Psalm 45 is, even in persecution, you trust in the protection of God. And then we have Psalm 46. I love this. This is, oh, clap your hands, all ye nations, shout unto God with the voice of joy. And then Psalm 47 is, great is the Lord, exceedingly to be praised in the city of our God, in his holy mountain. Praise God. 48, hear these things, all ye nations, give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world. So he's calling out to all the world now. 49 is the God of gods, and the Lord hath spoken, and he hath called the earth. So again, calling them. And then we hit Psalm 50. Bam! Things were going so well, weren't they? And it right there, its title is Miserere. Have mercy on me, O God, according to thy great mercy. So today, let's read what happens here in between. Let's start with 37, and we're going to read up to our new one. I don't know that we're going to read our new one, the fourth penitential psalm, but I think reading these all in context is going to give them such a beautiful and deep meaning in our lives. I apologize if this sun is too bright on you. I hope, though, that it is as beautiful. It was a beautiful surprise, and I hope it's as beautiful on your screen as it is me looking on it. It is magnificent. The love of our God is just amazing. Rebuke me not, O Lord, in thy indignation, nor chastise me in thy wrath. For thy arrows are fastened to me, and thy hand hath been strong upon me. There is no health in my flesh because of thy wrath. There is no peace for my bones because of my sins. For my iniquities are gone over my head, and as a heavy burden are become heavy upon me. My sores are putrefied and corrupted because of my foolishness. I am become miserable, and am bowed down even to the end. I walked sorrowful all the day long. For my loins are filled with illusions, and there is no health in my flesh. I am afflicted and humbled exceedingly. I roared with the groaning of my heart. Lord, all my desire is before thee. My heart is troubled. My strength hath left me, and the light of my eyes itself is not with me. My friends and my neighbors have drawn near and stood against me. And they that were near stood afar off. And they that sought my soul used violence. And they that sought evils to me spoke vain things, and slayed deceits all the day long. But I, as a deaf man, heard not, and as a dumb man, not opening his mouth. And I became as a man that heareth not, and hath no reproofs in his mouth. For in me, O Lord, for in thee, O Lord, have I hoped. Thou wilt hear me, O Lord my God. For I said, lest at any time my enemies rejoice over me, and whilst my feet are moved, they speak great things against me. For I am ready for scourges, and my sorrow is continually before me. For I will declare my iniquity, and I will think for my sin. But my enemies live and are stronger than I, and they that hate me are wrongfully multiplied. They that render evil for good have detracted me, because I followed goodness. Forsake me not, O Lord my God. Do not thou depart from me. Attend unto my help, O Lord, the God of my salvation. Psalm 38, Dixi Custodium. I said unto the end, Fridithian himself, a canticle of David. I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I not sin with my tongue. I set a guard to my mouth when the sinner stood against me. I was dumb and was humbled, and I kept silence from good things, and my sorrow was renewed. My heart grew hot within me, and in meditation a fire shall flame out. I spoke with my tongue, O Lord. Make me know my end. And what is the number of my days, that I may know what is wanting in me? Behold, thou hast made my days measurable, and my substance is as nothing before thee. And indeed all things are vanity, every man living. Surely man passeth as an image, yea, and he is disquieted in vain. He storeth up, and he knoweth not for whom he shall gather these things. And now what is my hope? Is it not the Lord? And my substance is with thee. Deliver thou me from all my iniquities. Thou hast made me a reproach to the fool. I was dumb, and I opened not my mouth, because thou hast done it. Remove thy scourges from me. The strength of thy hand hath made me faint in rebukes. Thou hast corrected man for iniquity, and thou hast made his soul to waste away like a spider. Surely in vain is any man disquieted. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and my supplication. Give ear to my tears. Be not silent, for I am a stranger with thee, and a sojourner, as all my fathers were. O forgive me, that I might be refreshed before I go hence, and be no more. Psalm 39, Expectans, Expectavi. With expectation I have waited for the Lord, and he was attentive to me. And he heard my prayer, and brought me out of the pit of misery and the mire of dregs. And he set my feet upon a rock, and directed my steps. And he put a new canticle into my mouth, a song for our God. Many shall see and shall fear, and they shall hope in the Lord. Blessed is the man whose trust is in the name of the Lord, and who hath not had regard to vanities and lying follies. Thou hast multiplied thy wonderful works, O Lord my God, and in thy thoughts there is no one like to thee. I have declared and I have spoken, they are multiplied above number. Sacrifice and oblation thou did not desire, but thou hast pierced ears for me. Burnt offering and sin offering thou didst not require. Then said I, Behold, I come. In the head of the book it is written of me, that I should do thy will. O God, I have desired it, and thy law in the midst of my heart. I have declared thy justice in a great church. Lo, I will not restrain my lips. O Lord, thou knowest it. I have not hid thy justice within my heart. I have declared thy truth and thy salvation. I have not concealed thy mercy and thy truth from a great council. Withhold not thou, O Lord, thy tender mercies from me. Thy mercy and thy truth have always upheld me. For evils without number have surrounded me. My iniquities have overtaken me, and I was not able to see. They are multiplied above the hairs of my head, and my heart hath forsaken me. Be pleased, O Lord, to deliver me. Look down, O Lord, to help me. Let them be confounded and ashamed together that seek after my soul to take it away. Let them be turned backward and be ashamed that desire evils to me. Let them immediately bear their confusion that say to me, 'Tis well, 'tis well. Let all that seek thee rejoice and be glad in thee. And let such as love thy salvation say always, The Lord be magnified. But I am a beggar and poor. The Lord is careful for me. Thou art my helper and my protector. O my God, be not slack. Psalm 40. Beatus qui intelligit. Blessed is he that unto the end, a psalm for David himself. Blessed is he that understandeth concerning the needy and the poor. The Lord will deliver him in the evil day. The Lord preserve him and give him life, and make him blessed upon the earth, and deliver him not up to the will of his enemies. The Lord help him on his bed of sorrow. Thou hast turned all his couch in his sickness. I said, O Lord, be thou merciful to me. Heal my soul, for I have sinned against thee. My enemies have spoken evils against me. When shall he die and his name perish? And if he came in to see me, he spake in vain things. His heart gathered together iniquity to itself. He went out and spoke to the same purpose. All my enemies whispered together against me. They devised evils to me. They determined against me an unjust word. Shall he that sleepeth rise again no more? For even the man of my peace, in whom I trusted, who ate my bread, hath greatly supplanted me. But thou, O Lord, have mercy on me, and raise me up again, and I will requite them. By this I know that thou hast had a good will for me, because my enemy shall not rejoice over me. But thou hast upheld me by reason of my innocence, and hast established me in thy sight forever. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, from eternity to eternity. So be it, so be it. Psalm 41. Que modum desidera. Unto the end, understanding for the sons of Kor. As the hart panteth after the fountains of water, so my soul panteth after thee, O God. My soul hath thirsted after the strong living God. When shall I come and appear before the face of God? My tears have been made my bread day and night, whilst it is said to me daily, Where is thy God? These things I remembered, and I poured out my soul in me. For I shall go over into the place of wonderful tabernacle, even to the house of God, with the voice of joy and praise, the noise of one feasting. Why art thou sad, O my soul, and why dost thou trouble me? Hope in God, for I will still give praise to him, the salvation of my countenance and my God. My soul is troubled within myself. Therefore I will remember thee from the land of Jordan and Hermonium, from the little hill. Deep calleth on deep at the noise of thy floodgates. All thy heights and thy billows have passed over me. In the daytime the Lord hath commanded his mercy, and a canticle to him in the night. With me is prayer to the God of my life. I will say to God, Thou art my support. Why hast thou forgotten me? And why go I mourning whilst my enemy afflicteth me? While my bones are broken, my enemies who trouble me have reproached me, whilst they say to me day by day, Where is thy God? Why are they cast down, O my soul, and why dost thou disquiet me? Hope thou in God, for I will still give praise to him, the salvation of my countenance and my God. Psalm 42. Judaica me Deus. Judge me, O God, and distinguish my cause from the nation that is not holy. Deliver me from the unjust and deceitful man. For thou art God my strength. Why hast thou cast me off? Why do I go sorrowful while my enemy afflicteth me? Send forth thy light and thy truth. Thou hast conducted me and brought me unto the holy hill and into thy tabernacles. And I will go to the altar of God, to God who giveth joy to my youth. To thee, O God, my God, I will give praise upon the harp. Why art thou sad, O my soul? Why dost thou disquiet me? Hope in God, for I will still give praise to him, the salvation of my countenance and my God. Psalm 43, Deus Aribus Nostris. We have heard, O God, with our ears. Our fathers have declared to us the work thou hast wrought in their days and in the days of old. Thy hand destroyed the Gentiles, and thou plantest them. Thou didst afflict the people and cast them out. For they got not the possession of the land by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand and thy arm and the light of thy countenance, because thou wast pleased with them. But thy right hand and thy arm and the light of thy countenance, because thou wast pleased with them. Thou art thyself my king and my God, who commandest the saving of Jacob. Through thee we will push down our enemies with the horn, and through thy name we will despise them that rise up against them. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from them that afflict us, and hast put them to shame that hate us. In God shall we glory all the day long, and in thy name we will give praise forever. But now thou hast cast us off, and put us to shame, and thou, O God, will not go out with our enemies. Thou, O God, will not go out with our armies. Thou hast made us turn our back to our enemies, and they that hated us plundered for themselves. Thou hast given us up like sheep to be eaten. Thou hast scattered us among the nations. Thou hast sold thy people for no price, and there was no reckoning in the exchange of them. Thou hast made us a reproach to our neighbors, a scoff and a derision to them that are around about us. Thou hast made us a byword among the Gentiles, a shaking of the head among the people. Now all the day long my shame is before me, and my confusion of my face has covered me. At the voice of him that reproacheth and detracteth me, at the face of the enemy and persecutor, all these things have come upon us. Yet we have not forgotten thee, and we have not done wickedly in thy covenant, and our heart hath not turned back. Neither hast thou turned aside our steps from thy way. For thou hast humbled us in the place of affliction, and the shadow of death hath covered us. If we have forgotten the name of our God, and if we have spread forth our hands to our strange God, shall not God search out these things? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. Because for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Arise, why sleepest thou, O Lord? Arise, and cast us not off to the end. Why turnest thou thy face away, and forgettest our want and our trouble? For our soul is humbled down to the dust, and our belly cleaveth to the earth. Arise, O Lord, help us, and redeem us for thy name's sake. Psalm 44. Erucht Tavet Kor Meam. Unto the end for them that shall be changed, for the sons of Kor and understanding, a canticle for the beloved. My heart hath uttered a good word, and I speak my words to the king. My tongue is the pen of the scrivener that writeth swiftly. Thou art beautiful above the sons of men. Grace is poured abroad in thy lips. Therefore hath God blessed thee forever. Gird thy sword upon thy thigh, O most mighty. With thy comeliness and thy beauty set out, proceed prosperously and reign. Because of truth and meekness and justice, and thy right hand shall conduct thee wonderfully. Thy arrows are sharp under thee, shall people fall into the hearts of the king's enemy. Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. The scepter of thy kingdom is the scepter of uprightness. Thou hast loved justice and hated iniquity. Therefore God thy God hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. Myrrh and stacked in cassia perfume thy garments from the ivory houses, out of which the daughters of the kings have delighted thee in thy glory. The queen stood on thy right hand in gilded clothing, surrounded with variety. Hearken, O daughter, and see, and incline thy ear, and forget thy people and thy father's house. And the king shall greatly desire thy beauty, for he is the Lord thy God, and him they shall adore. And the daughters of Tyre with gifts, yea, all the rich among the people, shall entreat thy countenance. All the glory of the king's daughter is with the golden borders, clothed round about with varieties. After her shall virgins be brought to the king, her neighbors shall be brought to thee. They shall be brought with gladness and rejoicing, they shall be brought into the temple of the king. Instead of thy father's sons are born to thee, thou shalt make them princes over all the earth. They shall remember thy name throughout all generations. Therefore shall people praise thee forever, yea, forever and ever. Psalm 45. Deus noster refugium. Unto the end for the sons of Kor, for the hidden. Our God is our refuge and our strength, a helper in troubles, which have found us exceedingly. Therefore we will not fear when the earth shall be troubled, and the mountains shall be removed into the heart of the sea. Their waters roared and were troubled. The mountains were troubled with his strength. The streams of the river maketh the city of God joyful, and the Most High hath sanctified his own tabernacle. God is in the midst thereof. It shall not be moved. God will help it in the morning early. Nations were troubled, and kingdoms were bowed down. He uttered his voice, and the earth trembled. The Lord of armies is with us. The God of Jacob is our protector. Come and behold ye the works of the Lord, what wonders he hath done upon the earth, making wars to cease, even to the end of the earth. He shall destroy the bow and break the weapons, and the shield he shall burn in the fire. Be still and see that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations, and I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of armies is with us. The God of Jacob is our protector. Psalm 46. Omnes gentes plaudite. O clap your hands, all ye nations. Shout unto the God with the voice of joy. For the Lord is high, terrible, a great king over all the earth. He has subdued the people under us, and the nations under our feet. He hath chosen for us his inheritance, the beauty of Jacob, which he hath loved. God has ascended with jubilee, and the Lord with the sound of the trumpet. Sing ye praises to our God. Sing praises to our King. See ye. For God is King of all the earth. Sing ye wisely. God shall reign over all the nations. God sitteth on his holy throne. The princes of the people are gathered together with the God of Abraham. For the strong gods of the earth are exceedingly exalted. Psalm 47. Magnus Dominus. Great is the Lord, and exceedingly to be praised in the city of our God, in his holy mountain. With the joy of the whole earth is the Mount Sion founded. On the sides of the north, the city of the great king. In her houses shall God be known, for he shall protect her. For behold, the kings of the earth assembled themselves. They gathered together. So they saw, and they wondered. They were troubled, and they were moved. The trembling took hold of them. There were pains as of a woman in labor. With a vehement wind thou shalt break in pieces the ships of Tharsis. As we have heard, so we have seen in the city of the Lord of hosts, in the city of our God. God hath founded it forever. We have received thy mercy, O God, in the midst of thy temple. According to thy name, O God, so also is thy praise unto the ends of the earth. Thy right hand is full of justice. Let Mount Zion rejoice, and the daughters of Judah be glad, because of thy judgments, O Lord. Surround Zion and encompass her. Tell ye in her towers, set your hearts on her strength, and distribute her houses, that ye may relate it in another generation. For this is God, our God, unto eternity, and forever and ever. He shall rule us forevermore. Psalm 48. Audete hoc omnes gentes. Hear these things, all ye nations. Give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world. All ye that are earthborn, and ye that are sons of men, both rich and poor together. My mouth shall speak wisdom, and the meditation of my heart understanding. I will incline mine ear to a parable. I will open my proposition on the psaltery. Why shall I fear evil in the day? Why shall I fear in the evil day? The iniquity of my heel shall encompass me. They that trust in their own strength and glory in the multitude of their riches. No brother can redeem, nor shall man redeem. He shall not give to God his ransom, nor the price of the redemption of his soul, and shall labor forever, and shall live unto the end. He shall not see destruction when he shall see the wise dying. The senseless and the fools shall perish together. And they that shall leave their riches to strangers, and their sepulchres shall be their houses forever, their dwelling places to all generations. They have called their lands by their names. And man, when he was in honor, did not understand. He is compared to a senseless beast, and he is become like to them. This way of theirs is a stumbling block to them, and afterwards they shall delight in their mouth. They are laid in hell like sheep. Death shall feed upon them. And the just shall have dominion over them in the morning, and their help shall decay in hell from their glory. But God will redeem my soul from the hand of hell, when he shall receive me. Be not thou afraid when a man shall be made rich, and when the glory of his house shall be increased. For when he shall die, he shall take nothing away, nor shall his glory descend with him. For in his lifetime his soul will be blessed, and he will praise thee when thou shalt do well to him. He shall go into the generations of his fathers, and he shall never see light. Man, when he was in honor, did not understand. He hath been compared to senseless beasts, and made like to them. Psalm 49. Deus Deorum. The God of gods, the Lord hath spoken, and he hath called the earth, from the rising of the sun to the going down thereof, out of Zion the loveliness of his beauty. God shall come manifestly. Our God shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall burn before him, and a mighty tempest shall be round about him. He shall call heaven from above, and the earth to judge his people. Gather ye together his saints to him, who set his covenant before sacrifices. And the heavens shall declare his justice, for God is judge. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel, and I will testify to thee. I am God, thy God. And I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices, and thy burnt offerings are always in my sight. I will not take calves out of thy house, nor he-goats out of thy flocks. For the beasts of the woods are mine, and the cattle on the hills, and the oxen. I know all the fowls of the air, and with me is the beauty of the field. If I should be hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Shall I eat the flesh of the bullocks, or shall I drink the blood of goats? Offer to God the sacrifice of praise, and pay thy vows to the Most High. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But to the sinner God hath said, Why dost thou declare my justice, and take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hast hated discipline, and cast my words behind thee? If thou didst see a thief, thou didst run with him, and with adulterers thou hast been a partaker. Thy mouth has abandoned with evil, and thy tongue framed deceits. Sitting thou didst speak against thy brother, and didst lay a scandal against thy mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I was silent. Thou thoughtest unjustly that I should be like to thee, but I will reprove thee, and I will set before thy face. Understand these things, you that forget God, lest he snatch you away, and there be none to deliver you. The sacrifice of praise shall glorify me, and there is the way by which I will show him the salvation of God. And here, friends, we are become to Psalm 50, which we will read today and meditate on later. Psalm 50, Miserere. Unto the end, a psalm of David, when Nathan the prophet came to him after he had sinned with Bathsheba. Have mercy on me, O God, according to thy great mercy. And according to the multitude of thy tender mercies, blot out my iniquity. Wash me yet from my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For thou know my iniquity, and my sin is always before me. To thee only have I sinned, and have done evil before thee, that thou mayest be justified in thy words, and mayest overcome when thou art judged. For behold, I was conceived in iniquities, and in sins did my mother conceive me. For behold, thou hast loved truth, the uncertain and hidden things of thy wisdom thou hast made manifest to me. Thou shalt sprinkle me with hyssop, and I shall be cleansed. Thou shalt wash me, and I shall be made whiter than snow. To my hearing thou shalt give joy and gladness, and the bones that have been humbled shall rejoice. Turn away thy face from my sins, and blot out all my iniquities. Create a clean heart in me, O God, and renew a right spirit within my bowels. Cast me not away from thy face, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and strengthen me with a perfect spirit. I will teach the unjust thy ways, and the wicked shall be converted to thee. Deliver me from blood, O God, the God of my salvation, and my tongue shall extol thy justice. O Lord, thou wilt open my lips, and my mouth shall declare thy praise. For if thou had desired sacrifice, I would indeed have given it. With burnt offerings thou wilt not be delighted. A sacrifice to God is an afflicted spirit, a contrite and humbled heart. O God, thou wilt not despise. Deal favorably, O Lord, in thy good will with Zion, that the walls of Jerusalem may be built up. Then shalt thou accept sacrifice of justice, oblations and whole burnt offerings. Then shall they lay calves upon thy altar.